You still have an unpaid loan. We can't proceed. The notary said it like he was reading the weather. Neutral. Routine. Final. I stared at him, waiting for the correction. There must be a mistake, I said. He turned the screen slightly toward me. There isn't. My name. My ID. My signature. A loan I had never taken. 5 years old. Defaulted. Active. Blocking everything. The house. The approval. My next step. All of it, gone in one sentence. My fiancée, Claire, sitting beside me, went completely still. What loan? She asked too quickly. I didn't answer her, because I was already looking at the date. 5 years ago. Right when we got married. The notary cleared his throat. You'll need to resolve this before we can proceed with the purchase. Resolve. Like it was something simple. Like it hadn't just rewritten my entire reality. I stood up slowly. Can I get a copy of that file? I asked. Of course. He printed it, handed it to me, and I didn't say another word until we were outside. Then I turned to Claire, held the paper up, and asked the only question that mattered. Do you want to tell me, I said quietly, or should I find out myself? She didn't answer. Not right away. And that silence told me everything I needed to know. Because guilt doesn't speak quickly. It calculates. And whatever she had done, it wasn't small. My name is Ethan Cole. I'm 32, and until that moment I believed something simple. That trust, once built, didn't need to be checked. That belief cost me 5 years. And almost cost me my future. Claire and I got married young. Not reckless, just early. We built everything step by step. Small apartment. Shared expenses. Careful savings. The kind of life that doesn't look impressive, but holds together. Or at least I thought it did. Looking back, the timeline was too clean. 5 years ago, our first year of marriage. The same year Claire said she wanted to handle the paperwork, while I focused on work. The same year she told me not to worry about finances because she had a better system. I didn't question it. Not because I was careless. Because I trusted her. And trust makes delegation feel safe. Until it doesn't. What is this? I asked again outside the office. Claire's eyes moved between me and the paper like she was searching for the least damaging version of the truth. It's not what you think, she said. That line. Always the same. What do I think? I asked. Pause. Then. I had to do it, she said. Had to. Not mistake. Not accident. Decision. For what? I asked. Another pause. Longer this time. Something came up, she said. That's when I stopped listening. Because vague answers don't protect truth. They hide it. And I wasn't interested in being protected anymore. For what? I asked again. Claire exhaled like she had been holding this in for years. My brother, she said finally. He was in trouble. Real trouble. He needed money fast. I stared at her. And you took a loan, in my name? I didn't think it would matter, she said quickly. We were married. It was for family. I was going to pay it back before you ever noticed. Before I noticed. That part almost made me laugh. How much? I asked. She hesitated. 48,000. The number hit clean. No emotion. Just wait. And you didn't tell me? I said. I was going to, she insisted. But then things got complicated. He couldn't pay me back. I had to cover other things and then you let it default, I finished. Silence. That was my answer. I looked down at the document again. Missed payments. Penalties. Accumulated interest. 5 years of quiet damage. You used my identity, I said slowly. Without asking. We were married, she repeated. That wasn't justification. That was assumption. And now it's blocking us from buying a house, I added. I can fix it, she said quickly. How? I asked. Another pause. No answer. Because fixing something requires control. And she didn't have any. That's when I realized something worse. This wasn't the only thing she had handled alone. It was just the first thing I had discovered. Give me your phone, I said. Claire froze. What? Your phone? I repeated. Now. She didn't move. Not right away. Then slowly, she handed it over. No argument. No resistance. That told me everything. I unlocked it. No password. She knew there was no point. I opened her banking apps first. Then emails. Then messages. And within 3 minutes, the picture was complete. Not one loan. 3. All under my name. Different lenders. Different timelines. Same pattern. Small at first. Then bigger. Then desperate. Total. 92,000. I felt something inside me go completely still. Not anger. Not shock. Clarity. You said 48, I said quietly. Claire didn't answer. Because numbers don't lie. They stack. What else? I asked. That's it, she said quickly. Too quickly. I kept scrolling. And then I found it. Transfers. Regular. Consistent. Going to one name. Her brother. Still ongoing. You're still sending him money? I said. He needs help, she replied. That was the moment something shifted. Not because of the money. Because of the priority. You chose him, I said. No, she started. You chose him, I repeated. Over me. Over us. Over everything we were trying to build. Silence. Again. And this time, it wasn't guilt. It was exposure. Because once truth is visible, there's no version of it left to hide behind. We can fix this, Claire said, stepping closer. I'll talk to him. I'll stop sending money. We'll figure out a payment plan. No, I said. That stopped her. You don't fix this, I continued. You explain it. I just did. No, I cut in. You told me what happened. Not why you thought it was acceptable. Silence. She looked at me like she had never been asked that question before. Because she hadn't. I was trying to help my family, she said finally. At my expense, I replied. We're married, she repeated again. That word had lost its meaning. Marriage isn't permission, I said. It's trust. Another silence. Then softer, almost defensive. You would have said no. She didn't realize what she had just admitted. Yes, I said. I would have. Because that's what consent looks like. And that's exactly why she avoided it. At 4:12 p.m. my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered. Mr. Cole? A voice said. This is Daniel Reeves from Northbridge Financial. Yes. We're calling regarding multiple outstanding accounts under your name. We've flagged irregular authorization patterns tied to those loans. Irregular. That word again. We'll be initiating a formal investigation, he added. We need to confirm, did you personally authorize these debts? I looked at Claire. Then answered clearly. No. Pause. Then his tone shifted. Understood, he said. That was the moment everything changed. Because this wasn't just between us anymore. It had become official. Claire heard it. Every word. And for the first time since this started, she looked scared. Not defensive. Not frustrated. Scared. What did you just do? She asked. I ended the call and set the phone down. I told the truth, I said. You reported it? She said, voice rising. Ethan, they'll open a case. This can get serious. It already is serious, I replied. No, you don't understand, she said quickly. If this turns into fraud. It is fraud, I said. That word hit harder than anything else. Because now it had a name. A legal one. We can fix it without that, she insisted. I'll pay everything back. I'll call them explain. You've had 5 years to explain, I said. Silence. That shut everything down. I didn't think it would get this far, she said quietly. That was the truth. She thought she could manage it. Control it. Contain it. Until it disappeared. But problems don't disappear. They accumulate. And now, they had reached me. At 6:30 p.m. my phone buzzed again. A message from the lender. All accounts under review. Activity frozen pending investigation. Frozen. Just like that. The system had stepped in. Not emotional. Not negotiable. Just factual. Claire sat down slowly. I was trying to protect my brother, she said. I looked at her. You were protecting him, I replied. Pause. From consequences. And in doing that, she had handed them to me. For the first time since I found out, Claire didn't argue. Didn't defend. Didn't try to redirect. She just sat there. Quiet. That silence told me more than anything she had said before. Because when people stop explaining, they start realizing. I'll talk to them, she said finally. I'll tell them it was me. I shook my head. It doesn't work like that. It has to, she replied. I won't let this fall on you. I looked at her. Not angry. Not cold. Just clear. It already did, I said. That's what she hadn't understood. This wasn't a future problem. It was a present one. At 8:10 p.m. my phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Mr. Cole, this is Investigator Hayes, the voice said. We've reviewed the preliminary data. We'll need a formal statement from you tomorrow. Understood. There's one more thing, he added. The primary recipient of the transferred funds has a history. My grip tightened slightly. What kind of history? Financial misconduct, he said. Multiple flags. This wasn't his first time receiving funds under questionable circumstances. I closed my eyes for a second, then asked the question I already knew the answer to. And she knew. Pause. We believe so. That was it. Not just betrayal. Awareness. She hadn't been naive. She had been deliberate. And that changes everything. Because mistakes can be forgiven. But decisions have consequences. The next morning I gave my statement. Clear. Precise. No emotion. Just facts. Dates. Amounts. X. Everything she had done, documented. When I finished, Investigator Hayes nodded once. This will move forward, he said. I didn't ask what that meant. I already knew. By the time I got back to the car, Claire was waiting. Same place. Same posture. Different person. Did you do it? She asked. I told the truth, I replied. Pause. Then she nodded slowly. No tears. No panic. Just acceptance. I'll cooperate, she said. I'll fix what I can. I believed her. But belief doesn't undo damage. You should, I said. Silence settled between us. Then she asked the question that had been building since yesterday. What happens to us? I looked at her. Really looked. 5 years of hidden decisions. 5 years of quiet damage. 1 day of truth. We don't go back, I said. Not angry. Not dramatic. Final. She nodded. Because she understood. This wasn't about punishment. It was about consequence. I turned and got into the car. Started the engine. And for the first time since that notary stopped me, everything felt clear. My mother didn't leave me an inheritance to build comfort. She left it to protect me. And this time, it did.